Shabbat Shalom, friends. This week's Torah portion, Bishalach, finds us in the true beginning of the Exodus from Egypt, as we learn from its opening verses that the Torah clues us into the notion that this will indeed be a bumpy journey for the Israelites and their leader Moses. We read the following. Now when Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them by way of the land of the Philistines, although it was nearer. For God said, "The people may have a change of heart when they see war and return to Egypt." So God led the people round about by way of the wilderness at the Sea of Reeds. The Sea of Reeds and the triumphant song at the sea form the climax of this week's Torah portion. And this is why on this particular Shabbat, we call it Shabbat Shirah, the Sabbath of Song. This year, as we celebrate Shabbat Shirah and the Israelites' successful crossing of the Sea of Reeds, we also commemorate the birthday of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. What an incredibly powerful synergy for us to hold on this week. It was a leap of faith that the Israelites entered the as yet unparted Red Sea, just as it was Dr. King's faith that was the foundation of his marches for freedom. It is so fitting that we read about the emergence of freedom of the Israelites, a slave nation about to be free, on the exact same weekend as we pause to reflect on Dr. King's legacy, a time when we recall the significant achievements he had in civil rights, liberty, and justice. This is an incredible moment to think about how you and I, each of us, have and can continue his legacy that he and others I know began. I invite you to join us tonight for services at 6:15, following virtually at 7:30, and again tomorrow morning virtually at 9 a.m. for Torah study, as we learn from our social action scholar in residence, Rabbi Dr. Shmuley Yanklowitz. One way to help honor Dr. King's legacy is by joining us throughout this Shabbat and learning together on how we each can step up and use our sacred teachings as a conduit for sacred and civil action. All timing and sessions can be found on our website, cbisd.org. I look forward to seeing many of you tonight and tomorrow, wishing you a Shabbat Shalom of peace and renewal.